Boys high school basketball season is getting ready to kick off, and Thanksgiving tournaments are just around the corner. It's time to preview the Webber Trojans as we are in Bluford, and we're going to visit with head coach Jaxon Helm of the Trojans. And Coach, last year you won a regional again. I think it's like 3 or 4 years in a row now. You guys won regionals. You went to the sectional semifinals, lost to a very good St. Anthony team, but you had a terrific season of 27-6, and you're back again and got a lot of the same guys back. And man, they're working hard out there today.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to, we've been talking about a lot of Nick Saban stuff because nobody's been able to sustain, good seasons like Nick Saban has. And one of the things we read is, entitlement turns champions into ex-champions. And trying to, show them that every day you got to work. If you want to win, you got to do that every single day. So just kind of the mindset that we're trying to get into them right now.
Well, you say every day you got to work, and boy, you guys are working out there. I love the concept you have where you've divided the team up in kind of a blue-white competition, and they literally are getting after it with the competition.
Yeah, I mean, I thought our first week of practice was okay. It wasn't ever great. This is something we started this week where we've got our blue team and our white team, and after every drill, the losing team runs. And we've been talking about, it's tied 1-1 on the week. Blues won a day, whites won a day, and they're seeing who can get it today. So I just love the idea of, whenever you play basketball, at the end of the day, there's two things. You either won or you lost. And I think that every drill right now, we're trying to show them you either won or you lost today. Mm-hmm. So,
well, it gives them something to play for, and it is competition, just like the real thing.
Yeah, and they don't get anything for winning, except for they get to say that they won today, and that's enough for me. And so I love that concept of trying to show them that every single drill you got to try to be a winner.
Yeah. After you ran a couple drills today at practice, you got everybody together in the center court in a circle, and you had a team prayer. Not often do we see that in athletics and high school basketball. I thought that was great, and kudos to you for trying to keep everybody grounded and know what the real thing is.
Yeah, I mean, it was Nathaniel Marlow's idea. I'm not going to act like I even came up with it. He said, "Coach, would you be okay if we prayed before practice?" And I said, 100%, Nathaniel. So every day I let him have he takes a couple seconds and we pray, and it keeps him focused on what's really important.
Let's talk about Nathaniel a little bit. A lot of teams around the area probably feel like he's been playing for 5 or 6 years, but this is finally his senior year. He has scored well over 2,000 points for his career. He's got an outside chance of reaching 3,000 this year. He is such a great offensive player, but above and beyond that, he makes everybody around him better because he's such a good passer, and his basketball IQ is off the chart. It's like having another coach out there on the floor, isn't it?
Yeah, he is incredible. He's got the mindset. He's got the talent. I think that this has been the best leadership I've seen from him in the 3 years. He improves as a basketball player every year, but the way that he's been communicating with his teammates, the way that he talks to everybody and is trying, like you said, coach them up, and it's really great to see. He knows when to be firm. He knows when to let off of people, and he really just does do a great job with every aspect that I could ever ask from him.
And from what I can tell watching practice today, he leads by example because everybody feeds off of him. When they see him going 110%, they want to go 110% too.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, you got a kid that scored 2,000 points as a junior, and he's still going to, give it whatever he's got in a rebounding drill. What's that show to the rest of the guys? I mean, if he's willing to dive on the floor for a loose ball at practice, why shouldn't I? And so, yeah, that leading by example is just incredible to have.
His brother has gotten bigger in stature this year too, and has come a long way. And after having that year of experience last year, I expect bigger things from him this year.
Yeah, we had a conversation with Jacob and Bryden early on. You coach freshmen a little bit differently than you do everybody else. They kind of need to be coddled a little bit, and they're not freshmen now. They are experienced ball players. They've had to grow up quickly, and we're needing to continue to see growth from them this year.
Mm-hmm. We're doing this interview on Wednesday. Season begins next week as you're going to be down at the Christopher tournament. Do you know yet who your starters are, or are there still some positions that are up for grabs, literally?
There are positions that are still up for grabs. We're plugging people in and all the time whenever we're going, 5-on-5. We're wanting to see what different combinations of players look like. And, we're the great thing is there's several people that I would trust to play that spot. We're trying to figure out which one's the best fit for us right now. And that could change later on down the road, too.
And I get the feeling that you're probably going to be running guys in and out of there, too.
Yeah, that's kind of the goal. We condition really hard. we have some guys that won't come off the floor. I mean, Nathaniel's probably not going to come off unless he's in foul trouble. We work hard in conditioning, but at the same time, throwing fresh bodies at people with the brain that we like to play is going to be important for us.
Midland Trail Conference going to be a war this year. You three Ws, are all state ranked preseason in the top 10. And but the conference top to bottom, I think, is going to be solid too. I mean, even you look at the Red Hills and the Wayne Cities of the world, they're going to be competitive too. But but between you and Waltonville and Woodlawn, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, I mean, there are a ton of great teams in the conference this year, and teams that any given night could knock somebody off as well. I mean, there's not going to be many games you're going to walk into and feel really good about. And that's what's going to be great. It's going to be a lot of competition, and that's what we love.
Mm-hmm. I don't have your schedule in front of me, but have you made some tweaks to the schedule this year? Added anybody new or anything that we ought to know about?
Yeah, we got added into the Riverton Shootout.
Great.
And we are going to Nashville towards the back half of our season.
That's awesome.
They said they needed a game, and so I said, why not? Let's just go play and see. It'd be a great experience for the kids. It's a Friday night game at Assembly Hall. I mean, that's going to be awesome for them to experience. So
well, and if nobody has been to a basketball game at Assembly Hall in Nashville, you got to experience it, and you're going to get to experience it both as a coach and your players as well as players. So. That's going to be awesome. And late in the year like that, when you play them, both teams should be playing their best.
Yeah, and that's the goal. I mean, we're not adding these games onto our schedule to try to be lambs for people, and we want to go and compete and see what we got. And so I just think those are great opportunities that not every high school kid's going to get, and not every kid that's came through Webber's gotten. And so I think it's just really awesome that we're even on the list that somebody like that would want to reach out and play us.
I'm sure it's too early to even know who you're going to play in the Riverton Shootout. They usually don't announce that till later on, I don't think. Right?
Yeah, I have no clue. I didn't even know Riverton was.
Yeah, you had to look it up on the map. Yeah. But you're going to play somebody of quality.
Yeah.
And somebody that you normally don't play.
Exactly. That's the other thing is we see some of these teams so many times, and so getting another opportunity to play somebody that we wouldn't normally see is just awesome.
Yeah, that's great. So if I ask you, what type of style of basketball we can expect to see from the Webber Trojans this year, how would you answer that?
I mean, we like to play fast. I think that's kind of something that's not really much of a secret for anybody. We hope to be hard nosed. That's kind of something that I like to think that we can do, and we're trying to get up and down the floor. I mean, I like to let our guys play the game, and so just see what they got and let them create plays. So,
in the workouts today in practice, I've noticed you put a lot of emphasis on boxing out, going after the basketball, boxing out, and keeping your guy off the glass.
As important as boxing out is, going and getting it's the most important part of rebounding. And so we try to just do a lot of go get it. I mean, if you're in a position, go fight for the basketball. Even if you're out of position, go fight for the basketball. And so that's what we're trying to instill. Is just if the ball's in the air and nobody's got possession of it, we got to find a way to come down with it.
Yeah. Your assistant coach is your dad. It's a unique position, really. And we've talked about this before, but I want to revisit it again because, Travis was such a great player himself and also has several years' experience in coaching. It's got to be so special to have your dad there along the sideline with you to be able to bounce things off of.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to have the experience that he has. I grew up talking basketball with him, since I was very little. I remember when I used to be little and we used to be drawing up plays with sugar packets on the table. That's the kind of stuff, and so it's great to have a like-minded basketball person that also has all the experience that he can bring. Countless times I'll call him and say, hey, what do you think about this situation that we're in? And he'll be able to give me, management perspective that I haven't had the experience to go through. So that having that kind of stuff is just great, and you can't put a value on it, especially spending time with my dad like that.
Yeah, no, that's great. You guys make a great combo. You really do. You're kind of in that unique position, kind of like Anthony Lowry at Waltonville and also like Tim Holloway at Mount Vernon. You are coaching at your alma mater where you played, and that's got to be special too.
Yeah, I mean, my freshman year, not many people are going to know this, Webber didn't win a single basketball game. We went 0 and whatever we were.
Wow.
And so with the help of Coach Beatty and my dad, and I was playing through that and then be able to come back and try to build the program up a little bit. It is special. And I tell them all the time, the name on the front of their jersey doesn't mean what it meant whenever I played. Whenever I played, it meant you're going to walk in, they were going to run all over us. And so it's special, and I love the opportunity to be around my community.
I'm sure you're pleased to see that your team and a couple of other teams from Midland Trail are being recognized in the top 10 preseason by some of the media people. That shows a lot of respect for your program.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, we tell them, you've won nothing. You're 0-0. You've shown nothing that you deserve to be there. And so that's the message that we send to them. It's high school kids, and so we try to tell them, same thing as every drill, you got to be a winner. If you want to be recognized like that, you got to be ready to roll every single night. So that's what we're trying to get going with them.
All right. Jaxon, we appreciate the visit. Going to be fun covering your team this year. We look forward to it. So best of luck to you.
Thank you, Randy.
Okay.